This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B, Around the Indoor Football World, Shield TV, and The Big Football Show. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla Hour, Brosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, Bodkin Show, and Spirit of Detroit Podcast. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Wrestling Roundup, Skull Gang 365, First and 10 with Foz, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports, Spitballin' Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, 313 Den Podcast, Puckett, The Guys Huddle, Main Event Football Show, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, and Off the Rails. Hope you enjoy all the shows and feel free to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Good morning. Red Zone Rant time. Are you guys ready? Oh my God, it's our third installment of the Red Zone Rant. And we are here this morning with John and Ken and myself. How's everybody doing? You guys ready for a little rant?
Oh, it was a long night, but I'm always ready for a good rant.
All right, we'll give Ken a minute, then he'll be over.
Today? You guys see the news coming out of NFL today?
What happened? Talk about it.
Seriously, you guys see the news today coming out of NFL?
I didn't see it.
It just came out and said that the Lions are still the same old Lions.
Damn it. It's been confirmed.
It's been confirmed, yep.
Now, did they have a ticker going by on the bottom of the screen saying that they're Fool's Gold Lions too?
Yeah.
So they covered all the bases.
Delusional Lion fans too. It always says delusional Lion fans.
3Ds, I call them.
Yeah, all their players are the best.
Yeah, they got the number one at every spot. I mean, Greg, right? We were talking about it yesterday, and like, who do they have that's elite? Like Penei Sewell, maybe. Yeah. I said Amon Brown, maybe elite. Anybody else? They got anybody else?
I would say Amon Brown is an elite third down guy.
Oh, so you're not even saying he's an elite wide receiver. You're just saying he's an elite special position.
He's a damn good receiver, but I don't know if I quite.
You don't think he borders elite?
No, I think he's overhyped, tell you the truth.
Right, yeah. Right now, I wouldn't put him with the likes of JJ and CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase.
Those guys are elite. I give you that.
Yeah. I think he's the next step down, but once it gets to third down, I think he hops into that conversation.
I don't know. That third down against 49ers didn't help him out too much. That fucking ball pretty good.
John's right. You're only as good as your last game.
Yeah. I mean, if you go look at their receiving thing, it was St. Brown and it was Laporta was actually the two most targeted players. I mean, it was a big margin, so they only got two good fucking receivers. Well, actually, one receiver, one tight end, and that's it.
Someone else? What's up? What's the name of this guy?
With the switchy.
Don't get glitchy. I love these names, bro. Yeah, Amon Ra is decent, but he's not top caliber elite. He's a good receiver.
I love him on my team.
There you go. I mean, Greg, the person Greg Rice, if you know, he's a big Lions fan. I talked him into putting him in there. I said maybe Amon Ra is on the edge of being elite. I mean, he's still young. I mean, have we seen his
yeah. I'm not saying that he can't get there or has no shot.
I guess that's my thing with them. I mean, he's probably their best player on offense, is he not?
One thing about him, he's not a deep threat. You know what I mean? He's all uncovered. He's always down, getting a fucking 10-yard fucking pass. He's not really a deep threat. You know, it's
Do
all.
you think they asked him to be a deep threat? Does he not have speed?
He's just I don't know.
Maybe the speed guys are the ones that are, the deep threats.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you pair
But that's
him
Wheels.
with a deep threat,
That's a good route.
I think that massively elevates his game.
That's what they're hoping that Jameis would do. But so far, Jameis hasn't turned out. But who knows? He could this year. Jameis, I'm not gonna just disconnect J-Mo. I mean, he could come out and fucking light it up. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Right.
He could take him his third year. You know, just like Watson. He had to figure out his fucking injury thing. You know, and once he fucking gets going, they say 3 years. You know, but on paper right now, J-Mo's a bust. I would say even Watson's a bust. Fucking, you look on fucking paper. But
but I don't know if
I disagree with you, Dorn, but I can't.
Yeah. But Watson shows more upside. I mean, he already has like 12 touchdowns in 2 years. I mean, it's like.
Well, I would say that Watson is a different story than, one step. All right, first year, JMO was injuries. He got, second year, he was got in trouble for, but he only missed 2 games, right? How many games did he miss?
4 games. He missed last year's 4 games.
4 games? Yeah, they gave him 6 games and he missed.
The Lions are trying to say he had no full off season. It's like bullshit. Full off season. He could train all the way up until the first game. So it's not like he fucking didn't fucking practice. It's all you heard last year in practice that him and fucking Goff was not hooking up and everything else. And he was dropping left and right, running wrong routes and all kinds of crap. So it's like.
So he just got to.
He's a one-hit wonder in college, just like fucking the Lions are one-hit wonders in fucking football.
I thought when we had Watson, he played pretty well. Other than not attacking the ball, that's my biggest knock on him. When it's up for grabs, he's not going up fighting for it.
He
was kind of waiting for the ball to come to him, and you got to go get it, man. Especially in this league, playing against hungry corners, hungry safeties, you got to get up there, bro. You can't just let them take the ball from you.
Yeah, to me, I think he's waiting for the ball to come to him. It's like, no, you go fucking get that fucking ball.
J-Mo, he's showing flashes of greatness too.
He does.
This is not consistent.
Like using him in end rounds and stuff like that, he does pretty good. But with his speed, he does have speed. I'll give him that.
I still say there's a chance he could become elite. They're going to need him to be elite if they're going to win a Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
That's why I don't think they brought anybody in expecting him to actually take the next step. And
I think they hope like Kelly he does.
If he don't, they're screwed.
Oh yeah. That just means they're going to have to restart again next year with it.
If St. Brown goes down, holy shit! What are they
gonna do?
It's like if Watson goes down with us, like he's been ground quite a bit, it doesn't phase us. We can have Watson and Dobbs go down and it ain't going to phase us. You know what I mean? But we're built different.
I don't know. We might feel that Dobbs one a bit. It wouldn't be detrimental, but he's our third down security blanket for Love. So I think that's the area that we'd end up missing him in. Is that Love now has to look for a different guy in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, I think someone's going to emerge out as the number 1 or the number 2 for us.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the season to get started. Uh-oh. Look who's here. Good morning there, Darcy.
Yeah, good morning there, King Slappy.
King Slappy. Yeah.
King Slappy.
King of the Slappies.
Is it King of the Slappies or King of Slappinette?
It could be however you want to. Got a rant for us, Darcy? No.
Oh, you're going to say today's all about the rants.
It's too early for a rant from Darcy.
All right. Well,
so you think the Rams going to smoke the Lions week 1, like Darcy says?
You already said, bro. What's up, Jason? Go Pack Go, bro.
Well, Stafford's probably a bit peeved from that playoff game, of when Puka was getting held like crazy, and they end up winning. So he probably wants to go and show out and say, "Hey, if these refs actually judge it fair, I'd absolutely cook them."
Yeah, I think week 1, the Rams going there. It could be a good. It's gonna be a good game.
It's in Detroit, right? That was in Detroit.
It's in Detroit. Yeah, I gotta go on 50-50, man. And go either way. Tell you the truth. I mean, it's week 1. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I think the Rams are gonna come in there and fucking try to play spoiler though. I mean, they're pissed. Like you're saying, the refs pretty much saved them. Fucking last playoff game. So
How it ended. They got a bad sour taste in their mouth.
Yeah.
I'd be mad.
Oh,
That's your first game. Wow, the NFL knew what they was doing.
Yeah. Game.
What I can't wait to see is what that Rams defense looks like without Donald.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but towards the end though, he's been fucking getting slower and manhandled for quite a bit the last couple of years though. I mean, he wasn't the same. I mean, look what we did to him, man. We fucking neutralized him fucking left and right. He got so pissed. Crying on the sidelines and
we did smoke them.
Fuck yeah. So I mean, it might be better for the Lions. I mean, for the Rams to get someone younger and more fresher in there. I mean, they probably had. I think they went out and got 2 guys actually to fill his one guy.
I'm pretty sure that they had drafted 2 decent, touted defensive linemen because. Offhand, what I remember, I'm pretty sure they got 2 defensive linemen, a pass rusher, and a defensive tackle that made the preseason all-rookie team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darcy was on the other night, man. He came on the Packer show and said that the Lions were going to lose to Stafford and the boys. He doesn't. I don't know if Darcy was just being. Maybe he's just trying to.
Yeah, they're saying that Cooper Kupp, he was kind of actually injured most of the season, though. So now
Jeremy B said this is a season for Stafford to be injured. He said every 2 years he's out for his season. I was like, man, is that real? Is that a real stat? Is that really true? I mean, Stafford's been here a while.
Praise me, but how many times have we seen Stafford play injured?
Yeah, no
right.
Shit. Like a fireball almost, man.
Jenkins handled him. Donald and Tamina hit it.
Yeah. Crying on the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm here, unfortunately. Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Sunday, man.
No football today. What the hell?
Man, I fucking can't stand. I'm so chomping at the bit for football.
We
got
too much, man. I want to enjoy my summer too a little bit yet, man. I want to do some more fishing yet.
Yeah, but we got 2 more weeks, man, and then the Bears and who's in the other? Who's the other team?
I think it's the Colts. Hold on.
Colts or the Jags or something? No, it's not the Jags. I think you're right. I think it's the Colts. It's the
I'm not positive.
Hall of Fame game. The Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, because our guys come back to July 22nd.
They come the week later because they're whoever does the Hall of Fame game gets to start a week early.
July 22nd is when
so at least we'll have somebody to talk
about.
Oh
no, it is the Texans.
Texans, okay, yeah, Texans. Oh, so that's cool. We'll get to see C.J. Stroud.
Well, we're going to see C.J. Stroud for what, 1 series?
Yeah,
if
maybe
not?
on the sideline, but you're right. Might not even play at all in the Hall of Fame game. Usually they don't.
We get to watch Cal throw some interceptions. That's cool.
Yeah.
Some pick sixes.
Yeah. They're definitely going to.
Could you imagine how terrible it would be if Caleb goes out there in his first preseason game, he's just getting picked off left, right, and center?
Wow.
That or you just put on his back, his helmet up, and we're looking at
Caleb.
The game is slow to me now.
either that or the worst case scenario for us, he goes out there and he lights the damn thing right up.
Yeah. It's only preseason.
It's only preseason. You got that right.
So if he throws a bunch of interceptions, it's the outlook. But
look, I'm just gonna hold the stance. It's preseason, no matter what happens. All right. If he balls out, if he has a bad day,
I like my theory better. Damn it.
What's up, A-Dub? What you got? What's going good with you this morning? You got anything to rant about?
Not really. Just passing through.
I feel you, man.
And to address what you said about who the Rams got to replace Darnold, you're talking about two teammates who were once Florida State guys, being Jared Verse and Brandon Fisk.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be hard to replace Aaron Donald, bro. I mean, come on, we all know what that guy brought to the game. But they did redress it.
Yep.
And they got youth, and
those guys are very difficult to replace him, or even Fletcher Cox, or even the best center you ever seen in Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, that's another one that I can't wait to see what happens with that Eagles offensive line, because I'm thinking that tush push usage is going to take a nosedive.
Week 1, we're going to find out, man. Week 1. Come on, we're going to be in Brazil.
We'll find out. I mean,
I want to see that tush push or whatever version they have now of it. Sorry, Data.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is, while they may have lost their center, that offensive line still is very solid.
Yeah.
They still got some guys who made that offensive line good that are still there.
Okay, so the tush part's gone, but the push might still be there.
Could be.
Kelsey took his big ass and left.
Yep.
Yep. Could be.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm waiting for week 1, man. Oh, look at this guy. Fuck you, Darcy. You don't know what we're gonna do week 1. We're gonna spank them. We're gonna serve notice to the NFL. Y'all are gonna be like, what? Those are the Packers?
All right. Well, I guess it's time for my rant.
Oh, let's hear it. Oh, I love it. Let's go. Rant it up.
All right. Well, we keep hearing all this talk about Jordan Morgan, about how, he's struggling in camp and all this and that. And I'm even starting to hear talks now about, well, maybe we bring in Bakhtiari again and have him at left, kick Rashid all the way over to right, and then have Zach Tom take center, and Morgan might be a backup. There ain't no way in hell you're having your first round pick be a backup. This guy it fits the typical mold of the Green Bay Packers. He's a versatile guy that he's going to move all around the line. I'm expecting him to play right guard, and if he's lined up next to Zach Tom, I think he's going to be perfectly fine. That doesn't take away from when we drafted him. I was definitely curious about it, because anybody who saw our draft show definitely watched my jaw bounce off the floor when that pick came.
Wasn't surprised. I knew they were going after offensive linemen.
No, I don't know. John did. John did say that he thought offensive linemen, and none of us wanted to hear that. I mean, I think you threatened them. Don't say that, John.
I said, and don't be surprised, Dorn, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you got some bearded Packer fan putting you in an ice tub bath and taking that kidney.
But yeah, go.
Sorry. But for us to go after an O-line in the first round, I was around some others who talked about how they really didn't like it, but I had to explain how, while you may not like the pick, it makes sense from a standpoint of where O-line depth was definitely an issue we had to address.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a sure thing from our GM that he wasn't that comfortable with just leaving Rasheed Walker where he was, so he wanted to have somebody who can push him to be better at that position. Since we let Bakhtiari and John Runyon walk, you're going to need somebody who can push Rasheed Walker to hold down his spot, or either we move him and have somebody else take that blind side position.
Yeah, and it looks like Rasheed Walker took that right to heart, because you've heard nothing but amazing things about him since these OTAs started and all that. That Rasheed Walker's pretty much locked that left.
Yeah, he's locked. I mean,
That,
Well,
And trust me,
I love
And trust me,
Bakhtiari
we
and
got-
all that. Go ahead, Ava.
and you can be sure a lot of folks are already looking at that pick like it's two things for us. It was a reach, and he's a bust.
What's up, JB?
you know, I was looking at a thing that says, okay, offensive tackle, pass block, win rate, right? That's Trent Williams, number 1. Guess who's number 2?
Rasheed Walker.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I freaked
Oh,
when I
yeah.
seen that.
That's why as soon as the season was over, I was
Where's
a big
Penasua? Oh, he's number 6.
tackle.
Is that where he's listed today? So
Yeah. But one thing about what the Packers are doing to him is they're throwing the kitchen sink at him. They're pushing everything on him to get him ready for this season. That's what they're doing. He's gonna be fine, dude. You know.
I'm not worried
Man.
about.
We could
I
get
think
7th rounders and make them fucking Pro Bowls, pretty much. You know.
If you didn't,
Come on, man.
if you didn't have high expectations for the guy, he wouldn't be a first round pick. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I mean, that's where you took him. He's got to take that heat. He's got to have those expectations. He's got to have that kind of responsibility put on him in order for him to show up.
And
So-
apparently, I think it was the Commanders were trying to trade up to be able to go and grab him too. So
Yeah.
it's not like we were the only team that had him valued high.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I trust Goody, man. I sincerely do.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't happy with the pick at the start, and I'm not super ecstatic about it, but I totally trust what we do with offensive linemen, especially if we plug him in at guard.
What is this? Do you see Jeremy's rant? You see
Uh,
this?
Yeah. That's
How the American flag football team lose to the Japanese flag
Yeah.
football team in a sport we created.
Yeah, I mean that was horrible, man. It was like 41-20 or something like that. Bullshit.
Oh, it was a drubbing. It was a
Yeah.
drub.
Yeah,
That's
Oh.
awful.
Man,
like man.
I had to look at that.
Canada in US.
Jeremy, that deserves a good rant to talk about, man. That's a vocal rant right there. Oh, man, that's fucking horrible.
That's like when they were kicking our ass in baseball there for a while.
Yeah. What's the story on that 6'8" offensive lineman Jones?
Yeah, I guess he's doing pretty good now. Though he's healthy now, so he's gonna be fighting for a spot. That's for sure.
Hey, maybe he's going to end up being our swing tackle.
He could be, yeah. But yeah, he was injured, got injured. He was doing really good, and then he got injured, and we'll see how he does this year.
Look at even JB even said.
Yeah.
There we go, JP. Glad we're still on the same wavelength.
And then we got Monk for Myers' replacement. Unless Myers turns around this year and really starts kicking butt, but then we sign him. But
I was gonna say with the way how he played when Jordan Love started pointing out all these protections,
yeah,
that he might be a good center. It's just he's not very good at diagnosing it.
yeah,
And as long as he's got that extra help, he could be another good offensive lineman for us. He doesn't need to be a world beater at center with the offensive line that we have.
he definitely needs to step it up. That's for sure.
Some guys just take a little longer.
51. That's bad.
Some guys just take a little longer making that jump from college to pros. That's all it is. And then we at Green Bay like to have versatile linemen where he can be moved around. So they're just checking him out, seeing what he offers, what he brings to the table.
Yeah, that man, what he was saying. Yeah, he's a raw talent too, but he shows potential that he's got the good traits that he just needs to be groomed. Yeah, and just like Monk, he needs a year or two to sit.
I mean, that's why we draft these guys. That's why you get them when you get them, and you take advantage of that. They're going to sit behind. They're going to be depth pieces.
Yeah,
they're going to
especially like for the Lions. They got their offensive linemen are actually getting older, but they still got a few years left, and each one has a few years left. And at that time, it gives them to groom up the younger guys. You know what I mean? By that time, to replace them. So, they're doing just like what the Packers are doing. They like copying us, like always.
Really?
I was
They
going
go
to say,
get Hooker and fucking try to,
You're speaking of copying us. I thought that was a thing for the Falcons when they drafted their quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. Everybody was running their mouth about them picking him and all that, and I think that was a hell of a good move, especially with the reports that have been coming out of the Falcons OTAs that this kid's been freaking outstanding for him. Imagine
Well,
if he's already
well,
doing so well grasping it that now he gets to sit for a year and learn behind Cousins, or 2 years.
Yeah.
well, here's the problem. If there's any kind of drawback to what they're doing, the problem is going to be how old is he going to be when he gets his first start? Because the thing is, when we did this with Jordan Love, Jordan Love was only 20 when drafted. Rather, he had the luxury of time to develop that he didn't need to go in right away. This kid that they got Penix, the biggest knock on him is that he was 24 with a lengthy history of health issues. Like, this guy's got a long history of being hurt so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So rather, if he ends up sitting, it's either he's going to be 26 or 27 by his first start.
Hey, with all the protections that we have for quarterbacks now and how long they're playing, I wouldn't personally worry too much about that, because I'd assume the guy will just play till he's a little older. And with him sitting, he might finally be able to get fully healthy. It could have just been that he never had fully healed from some of these injuries, so it would just cause another injury because of him compensating.
Yeah, one thing about Kirk Cousins, he's going to be out for a while. I think he's still going to be out like 3-4 games.
3 or 4
No,
weeks, yeah.
no, from what I've heard, Kurt's going to be ready to start the season.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, if
That changes
Kurt's going
things
to
for
start
them.
off the season, what interests me the most about Kurt is, will we finally see him prove to be worth the nine-digit contract that he was paid over there?
Yeah.
Because so many times we've seen Kirk Cousins get paid a hefty contract from all these teams. Has he done enough to earn that kind of money? Has always been the question.
How many playoff wins does he have? 2 or 1? I think 1.
Supposedly he has just one with Minnesota.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean.
He didn't have. I don't think he had any with Washington. Did he ever make the playoffs with Washington?
No.
I don't
Well,
think so.
they got to the playoffs.
He did.
We won, though.
He did.
Oh, he did make it there with them.
Yeah, and as
I'm
I
not up on
remember,
Kirk.
we beat him in the first round. We beat him in the wild card once before in the
Yeah, we
playoffs.
knocked him out.
Oh, so what I've heard is Kirk's kind of backed off that stance about being irritated about, and he's actually
Does Kirk
starting
want
to
to play? That's the question. He's still pissed.
But why
Well,
would he? I don't get why he would be. I mean,
if he's pissed, he may as well take the Aaron Rodgers routine.
Yeah.
Have an MVP caliber year and show that you're worth the money you're getting now. just like Aaron Rodgers. Like, I'm sure when we picked Jordan Love, I'm sure Rodgers was pissed off, and that lit a fire under him that he had that MVP caliber year.
Oh, absolutely. If I remember correctly, he said as soon as the pick came in, he went and poured himself 3 fingers of, I think it was bourbon.
Hell yeah.
Some alcohol he was drinking. That was one of those. Oh, so this is.
He said 3 fingers. He said, "I got 3 fingers." That's awesome.
Yeah, but a little thing up his ass and fucking he went MVP, went back to back.
Oh yeah. There's one thing about Rodgers: when he has that chip on his shoulder, he goes off.
Go Pack, go John. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and as I'm saying that, is like, who's to say Kirk Cousins couldn't do the same thing with the Falcons? Had a fire laid under his ass and play like an MVP.
Do you think though that Kurt has that type of mentality?
Fucking JB.
I was going to say there's a reason why we all call him Ned Flanders.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, going off the rails. JB's comment.
JB, you don't worry about measuring a shot glass or pouring 3 fingers. Just grab the whole damn bottle.
That's right, bro. Swing from the bottle.
Yup.
Man. I mean, look, man. Those guys. I think they're going to do fine. Kurt's going to fucking be Kurt, man. He's going to get them he's going to get them 12, probably 13 wins, maybe 11. I mean, their division is up for grabs. I mean, who's in there to challenge them? I mean, seriously, who's going to challenge them? The Saints, the Bucks. I mean,
closest one.
Kurt's got the best. He's got the best and the youngest talent around him. All the tight end, the wide receivers, running back, Behan. I mean, all those guys.
I was going to say, don't forget about their second running back, Algier, too. He's
Algier.
Let's see how he comes back. He's never really had a good injury like this before. Let's see how he comes back from it once.
Well, that's true. You're right, man. He's never had one like put him out.
Never had an injury like this. So let's see how he bounces back once. He might be fucking gunshot and all that kind of crap. Who knows?
He can't win when it counts. I mean, that's true. I mean, that's the knock on him, bro. I mean, when it's riding and everything's on, but which is his fourth team, his third or fourth team?
Third.
Think he goes on another one? You think he gets on a fourth team? I mean, man, when you guys start getting your third team in your career.
No, I was going to say, if I'm him, I'm retiring after this. Taking all that money that he
all
made.
That $100 million?
Yeah, he robbed a lot of money, man. He robbed, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's just trying to get his agent in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's it. Right there.
I tell you what, with that kind of money that he's getting playing in the league, you think maybe he ought to be saving most of it up to where someday he might become an owner for one of these NFL teams someday.
Wow, could you imagine that? Is that what it's going to finally take for Kirk to get a ring?
To finally become an NFL owner, he better make sure he's back in the right team if he does.
You think Tom Brady's back in the right team going to help the Raiders?
Time will tell when it comes to that kind of story. Because one would think maybe Tom Brady will want to get involved a little more in the way the Raiders draft,
100%
or even free agents.
One thing about Rodgers, he has tunnel vision. Where is that Adams at?
I will agree with that for the 49ers game. I bitched all up and down that he was trying to do nothing but play hero ball. But I'm not me personally. I am not putting those other playoff losses against him. I watched too many times that defense be on the field for the final play and give up a touchdown after Rodgers right before it marched down the field and scored.
Dak Cousins.
He's got
Dak Prescott.
Kirk Prescott and Dak Cousins. They're all the same.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Is that like golf?
And we cannot forget, we always do. I cannot forget, many people do call Dak Prescott the Black Kirk Cousins of the NFL.
Yes, bro. Yes. Yeah. We've discussed that many times on this show. When I first heard that, I almost fell over. I'm like, holy, that is pretty accurate, bro. It's so accurate. I mean, I don't understand how the Cowboys haven't moved on from Dak or Mike McCarthy. I would have thought after 10 years, bro, that was terrible.
The problem is, I'm thinking, how much faith can you have in either Cooper Rush or Trey Lance to take over in the future?
Well, I'm here. I live here in Texas, and they swear to God, the sports writers swear to God that Dak and what's his name, Trey Lance look identical the way they throw the ball. They look identical. They're swearing that this guy he can take over for Dak right now. And I promise you, I think Jeremy's going to let him play out this year and see what happens. But I think they move on from.
Yeah, I'm thinking at some point the Cowboys need to blow things up and get a rebuild started.
I'm
As
thinking
much as you, as much as you can enjoy the winning seasons that you've been getting lately, at some point you're gonna have to start over.
You got to sign your key guys. Sign Parsons, sign Lamb, get these guys locked in. Screw Dak, screw 60 million. Don't even consider that.
Some of these players are going to go, you know what? I want off this team, man. I want to fucking play this rodeo. I want to go find a rebuild again. Fuck that. You know?
Well, I agree, but some of them are young and have there's an upside to it, but they got to move on from Dak, and they definitely got to move on from McCarthy. He is not the answer for anybody's team. I'm sorry.
I am right there with you, JB. I do not believe in Trey Lance whatsoever.
I don't either. But they hype him up here in Dallas, man. They hype him up, bro. I've seen many hype.
Holding a clipboard, and it's crazy that San Fran wasted a first round pick on the guy.
Yeah. They wasted a lot of picks on a lot of guys,
and not only a first round pick, but the number 3 overall.
Well, wait till Caleb gets a bust. Number 1 overall bust.
13-19 loss against Jimmy G. Defense gave up 7 points. So, yeah. No, I trust me, bro. I know that feeling. Yeah. Fuck. Cooper Rush has 72% completion percentage and a 4-run record as a starter.
You think of that kind of.
So you're saying he's better? He's a better chance of starting than Trey Lance? Is that what you're trying to say, JB?
I wouldn't be against it. I mean, especially when Cooper Rush has been able to help them win games. Like if he's that good,
that kind of sounds like a Lion.
If he's that good, let him start going forward.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I can't see it, man. I would just take the guys I can get and move on, man. Fuck Dak, fuck Mike. Let's rebuild it. You got great pieces to work with. I would have never re-signed. Why did they re-sign fucking Zeke? Why? Why?
They needed somebody to play running back, and nobody else wanted to go.
Well,
no shit.
Well, when it comes to what the Cowboys were doing, I guess this is part of Jerry Jones's claim to say they were supposed to be all in.
I don't understand it. The guy wasn't good when he didn't help you when he was in his prime. He's out of his prime now. He's not. I mean, to me, it makes no sense. I would have been done with Zeke. I don't understand bringing him back. I don't understand any of it at all. Remember 2 seasons ago?
Yeah, Cooper Rush did do pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, no, I remember that.
Because you were hearing a lot of rumblings that should he still start when Dak comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, I get, but there was other guys to be had. I mean, Jerry Jones had money. He could have got Saquon. He could have got King Henry. Those guys were all shopping around looking for a team.
Yeah, I don't think Saquon was going anywhere besides Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Really, bro?
Yeah. Oh, I think he wants to stick.
Well, what about King Henry?
The Giants' backside.
Okay, but he could have done that with Dallas because they're in the same division. They're all in the same division.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that Aaron Jones didn't go to Cowboys. Go with McCarthy.
I did, bro. Look, that was my second choice. I knew Aaron Jones was looking for a NFC North division team when if the Bears hadn't signed fucking Swift right off the bat, he might have signed with the Bears because he knows how much of that would have pissed us off.
I was going to say, well, you got to remember too, when McCarthy was there, he wasn't a big fan of using Aaron Jones. Jones was used in very small increments with McCarthy. So it could be, why the hell am I going to go with the guy that's going to leave me on the bench?
I think you're right, man. I really think so. I think Jerry is just like, I can't explain why they're sitting on their hands doing nothing. They've done absolutely nothing this season. Done nothing.
Right. And you say you were supposed to be all in. And some people say, and when some people hear you say that, their thought process is you should be all in on trying to find every good player you can from the draft to the free agency and get them over to Dallas so you can finally get over the hump.
Yeah.
You ought to be shoving for every big name free agent you can get.
Yeah. I mean, how long? How big is the window here with all the guys you got, the talent you got on the team? How? I mean, in the NFL, what 3 to 5 years, and you're probably retooling into a different type of a team. You know, you're rebuilding it again. I mean,
Oh yeah, and don't forget, you got Mike
Sorry,
Zimmer
but
too.
for the Cowboys,
He's the coordinator now.
your window's basically shut for this year.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they miss the playoffs and the only team that goes out of that division is the one who wins it.
I can see their defense just going. No, Mike Zimmer's in there.
He lost that mojo. Yeah. No. Well, I mean, I'm just wondering how many of these other free agents I mean, there was a lot of big name free agents that I thought, you know, I mean, they could have very well got King Henry or one of those guys. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. These guys didn't sign for huge deals.
Yeah, Jacobs. They could have went after Jacobs or.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, man.
Well, we had also heard about A.J. Dillon had supposedly had higher offers from other teams.
yeah,
And I remember hearing that the Cowboys were interested in him. I wonder if Dillon's one of the ones that said, hey, you know what, I'm good. I'm just going to go back to Green Bay to them.
yeah.
And that's why they said, all right, Zeke, just bring your walker and come here.
Who's out there? Who's out there now? That I mean, drop a name or two. Who do you guys think they could have that's better than Zeke right now? It's out there. Because Jeremy says there still are guys.
Yeah, there's.
Who? That's what I want to know. Who? Because I wouldn't be wasting my time on Zeke. He's a waste, bro. Waste. Oh, here we go.
What is that?
Justin Simmons.
Andre Jackson. Yeah, those are more free agents that are still out there. Hell, Dallas can always have our leftover and Bakhtiari come over on their offensive line.
Yeah, there you go. Man. There it is.
I actually heard that Bakhtiari might be going to the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I heard, man. I heard that they're in talks right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Bach going to the Chiefs?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
if he does, good luck in keeping yourself healthy long enough to win a ring.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame him going over there. If I try to get a chance to get a ring, what the hell, you know?
I mean, they're the odds-on favorite, right?
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, gotta be.
There is a good chance. Yeah, people believe in the chances that Kansas City could three-peat, but then what team in the AFC is going to stop them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Raiders.
The Raiders got a great defense. The Raiders.
The only chance that AFC team has of beating them, I think, is either the juggernaut they've built down in Houston, or if Joe Burrow is fully healthy, because for some reason he's got Patrick Mahomes' number.
Yeah.
He wanted a guy less on the run.
And funny thing is, the Bengals used to call Kansas City Chiefs home stadium Burrowhead.
Yeah.
Burrowhead. That's funny, man. Burrowhead. I gotta have to remember that during the season. Burrowhead. People are clever as fuck. I swear to God.
Yeah, now I think the Bengals gonna be good this year. I mean, they had one good year going to Super Bowl, and then after that they went right downhill. You know what I mean? We'll see.
What's up, buddy?
Go.
The Ant Packers boy Noid. Holy cow, these names. I love it. What's good, man? Go Pack, go, baby. It's Pack all day.
Can we all say the same old Lions?
Same old Burrowhead. But
Burrowhead.
undefeated against Mahomes. That's true.
Mo.
Yep, he certainly isn't. Not even after the last time he went to Kansas City in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You guys think Burrow's back? You think the Bengals got a shot? I mean, they still got their offense, except, well, they did lose Mixon.
And they lost one of their top receivers, in Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Boyd. Yeah, Boyd left, too. That's why I didn't understand why Higgins wanted to leave there. I mean, why you want to leave, bro?
Well, I guess he was.
Never. He says never. What's up, Curtis?
I'm guessing from his perspective, that team, the Bengals, fell off from where they once were to where they may not get back to the Super Bowl again.
See, I think that too. See, even Jeremy thinks that. I'm telling you, when we talk about fantasy this year, I'm going to recommend no one take Burrows. He's too
I can tell you, if Burrow's there late, I will most certainly take a flyer on him.
Late, like what, the 15th round? Okay, maybe. Fucking guy's not even he's not even worthy of my bench. That guy, I had him on 8 teams last year, man, and he fucking, man, it was a total fucking, and it don't look like it's going to be any better this year. How's it going, man?
I was going to say, man, we're all alive on this Sunday morning. That's about the best you're going to get out of most of us today.
We're here ranting. That's all, man. We're here talking crap. That AFC North is tough. You never know who's coming out of there on top. Yeah, no, 100%. That's the other tough division. That NFC North and AFC North, both Norths are super going to be competitive.
If Russell Wilson can get even somewhat back to his old form, the Steelers are going to be one hell of a team to watch out for.
You see Russell Wilson's workout, man? That fucking dude's beefed up, man. That dude actually started beefing up, man.
No,
I think he's taking it serious. I think he wants to come back.
Well,
this is a legit team.
You've had 2 years of nothing but memes put out about how bad you suck and how you robbed the city of Denver. That might have got to his heart a little bit.
He's been working.
He's on a team with a big tradition, man. Old tradition. I mean, there's a lot here that he could benefit from.
Steelers country, let's weld.
And then he got fucking Justin Fields as a gadget player. I mean, what else more can you ask for, man? You know.
Well, I'm thinking about something else that could be worth a rant. If anything I'm believing in right now, there's a good chance we might see 2 divisions produce every team with a winning record. Apart from our own, there are 2 divisions. Any other division that might have every team produce a winning record, it could be the AFC South.
The AFC South.
Like the Texans, Colts, Jaguars, and Titans have a chance to where all their teams could have a winning record, perhaps. Either that or the AFC North might do it again. Like every team in that division has a winning record.
Look at that. You won with golf last year? I'll just tease it, Jeremy. Golf probably wasn't his starter. Packers would have gone for Rodgers when Denver was hot and the Heels before they settled up. I mean, you can go through your entire. I mean, and this is the life of a Packer fan. If the Packers would have only got Rodgers, somebody, you're going to hear this for the rest of your fucking natural life.
I wanted him gone a year before that. Everybody knew that. I wanted him gone a year before that. Man, that would have been a fucking awesome 3 fucking first round picks for him. Man.
Yeah, they would have made some deal like that. I understand.
He's gone. I'm happy. He's off the books now. He's Jets problem. He's in the news. They ain't showing up. He's doing fucking tripping out in some fucking island somewhere and fucking they can handle that headache.
Yeah.
My guy's fucking in Italy fucking posing to his fucking girlfriend getting married and shit. And working out with receivers.
The last time Rodgers took an ayahuasca break, it resulted in 2 MVPs, so I'm not going to knock the guy for it.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And you see this? Look, Jeremy says they offered the Packers that same trade. Why don't we take it? What's up,
Well,
Goody?
they wanted that fucking one more shot, and then fucking they shot him in the ass. What happened? They wanted one more shot, and then fucking they shot him in the ass.
Like if Green Bay believed in anything to still keep Rodgers over here, is like they believe we still had every chance to get to another Super Bowl with Rodgers, so that's why they kept him.
Yep. And then you can tell there must have been tension in that locker room. I mean, between the young and the old. I mean, so I think it was just time we had to get rid of him. I mean, once Love took over, man, that locker room did a 360, man. It's like I mean, even you got like.
And you could
all
tell
these players
these guys
together. They're living together. They're training together. They're it's like, man, you don't see that.
Yep. You could just tell the roster as a whole is bought in.
Yeah.
They've all bought into the idea that they can get to the Super Bowl this season.
Rashawn Gary's out there fucking with Von Miller fucking working out, and it's like,
yeah, and some other defensive players are working out together too.
Yep.
That's another thing you can look forward to.
Yep.
Yeah, no dead cap hit. That's the best part.
Yeah. Now we just got Bakhtiari, and after that, fuck, we're golden. Now we just got to figure out what we got to do with Kenny Clark. Are we going to sign him, or are we going to let him go after this season? Let him walk, or is he going to get traded during the midseason?
We better not let him go.
I hope we don't either.
Yeah, I'm personally thinking Clark may have the kind of year where he convinces everybody that we should let him stay and retire a Packer.
Yes.
Hey, and Kenny's come out and said that that's exactly what he wants to do, is stay in Green Bay and retire a Packer.
I think they'll work something out. I think what they're doing is wait until Love's contract's done and then see what's left over and then go from there.
Yeah, no, Love's contract depends on a lot. I mean, a lot of contracts depend on what we give Love. That's just
and funny thing is, even with that contract we're giving Love, I'm curious to wonder how true is it about the idea that the NFL is supposed to be doing something like a QB's salary cap being separate from the team salary cap thing.
Yeah,
I think it was something like that.
Yeah, I've seen something like that too. They'll have like a cap hit just for quarterbacks or something. I don't know how they're going to work.
Why not just put a cap on everybody, just each position, man?
Each position.
Yeah, but still, man.
I don't know.
It's getting out of hand. It's definitely getting out of hand, fellas. We talk about it all the time in the morning show.
Yeah. If the salary cap for the team stays the same and you completely pull the quarterback out and give them their own, I'm not against it.
I mean, if it keeps going up the way it is, teams are just going to go, okay, tell you what, we got a 4-year window. Let's just draft the quarterback, and you got that 4-year window. Let's go. You can get it. I
don't believe that. I don't believe that, Jason.
Well, if it's a long-ass deal, I could see it.
If it's 10 years, maybe.
Yep.
I don't, but I mean, I'm personally not against locking Love in for 10 years. I'm not against that at all.
I'm all for it.
I mean, because if he balls out for the next 10 years, but imagine what you'd be paying him if he balls out for 10 years. We win 3 or 4 Super Bowls in that time. Holy cow! He has $75 million a year. Shit.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be earning every major big dollar that he gets paid.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. It's not it, and then the receivers. That's why we're seeing the receiver market go up, because that's literally the other half of the whole passing stat. Yeah. You don't have any passing yards if you don't have a guy catching the ball. So if the quarterback can get this much, why can't the wide receiver? Because they're together. That's what you're basing this on. Their whole success is based on the two of them working together and scoring touchdowns. Mm-hmm. So, $35 million is where we're at on wide receivers. What do you want to bet by next year? We're talking about $40 million. What do you want to bet?
It's crazy.
I hope not.
Fucking super crazy, bro. That's something to rant about. The money's getting out of control, bro. The money is. I mean, the NFL needs to get a grip on this shit.
Yeah, but the NFL is also bringing in a shit ton of money, so it's got to go somewhere.
Well, now they're getting sued, so
So then raise the
You
fucking.
got to pay all that money back now.
Yeah, they are getting sued, but so raise the cap, raise it so that make it
I
so
was
that
going to say they have fun.
I understand, but make it so that it works out. Shit.
Yeah, like Jeremy was saying, fucking cap per
position. That's what I say all the time. Cap the position. That's what I've been saying.
Mm-hmm.
Cap the position.
If they do that, if that even happens, I'm sure one position that's going to have the smallest cap number out of all is going to be the running back spot, especially since you don't see many running backs getting paid that much to play. I mean, that position is beginning to become very undervalued these days.
That's because you can run like 2 or 3 guys, and still have the combination of 2 or 3 guys running is the same as you having one bell cow, and the difference is you're putting all your eggs in one basket on one guy. Whereas if you got 2 or 3 guys, if one guy's kind of beat up, you can just go away from him and still have some sort of production by your other couple guys. So
yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, like the run by committee thing. That's making it clear that you won't have to pay so much for one running back.
Yeah, but you still got to hold like
kicker,
2 or 3 though.
Oh yeah, even the kicker and punter position is very undervalued too.
Yeah.
Well, I see that the water boys get $60,000 a year. I think they should raise their fucking thing up too.
Yeah, you want to give me $60,000 a year to go squirt some Gatorade? I'm all.
I actually did see that though, just not too long ago, last week. What the water boys actually get fucking like 60,000.
Run by
that's how
the rules turning it into a passing league. Yeah.
Well, and that's what a running back can. You need to make yourself more valuable by being a receiving running back. You know what I'm saying?
Good blocker, everything. You got to be all around fucking good running back. Blocker.
Tell us what the crazy thing is, JB.
Well, I got to hear this, JB. Say, come on, you got like 2 minutes left, JB. Let's have it. We should have just had him on the show. Jeremy, we'll send you the link next Sunday. You want to come rant? Now, one team in the playoffs had less than 1,300 teams rushing yards. Wow, really? So look at that. That tells you right there how much they go away from the run game. Yeah. Oh my God! Mm-hmm. And Ken was saying this in the morning show that they're going to come back to it. Remember, he's saying everything's they're going to come back to I don't see them going back to the running game, bro.
If you if you start seeing these teams lighten up and go pass heavy for defense, I wouldn't be surprised if you get a team that tries to do a throwback of getting monsters for offensive linemen and a hell of a running back and just try to bury it down their throats.
Yeah, but you got to have a running game to open up that passing game, man. You got to have some kind of running game. That's what the Detroit fucking lives on. That's pretty much what we live on. You got to open up that fucking passing game and fucking run down people's throats. At least get some fucking, honor the run at least,
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, you run into the issues we had when we had Rodgers. Everybody just dropping back in a cover two.
Yeah. And see, now with Josh Jacobs, he was facing a lot of fucking full box, man. Now, with the Packers, he ain't going to be seeing that. Now they got to, we got to defend the pass too, so you can see a lot more fucking. I think he's gonna be a lot better in our offense. I think he's gonna go back to 22 for him in his rookie year. I really do.
Really, man, where's Ken? Bro, he don't talk about that. Ken does not either. Oh, they're not moving on Herbert. No way, they're moving on Herbert. Oh, they're moving on Herbert. I'd trade his ass. I mean, I don't think Swiss.
I'm not terrible, no.
Let Doobie smoke on that one.
And on that terrible note, I think it's time for you to sign us out there, Rob.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, everybody, for another week of the Red Zone Rant. As we get closer to the season, man, we're going to have more stuff. We're going to talk fantasy football. Hopefully get John Dorn's never played in fantasy league, so we're going to get John Dorn in this year. We're going to he's going to show what he's missing. So stay tuned for some fantasy talk, weekly pick'ems. We got a lot on the plate. We just got to get more football time. So once again, fellas, thanks for showing up. Everybody here on the panel, thank you guys for coming on your Sunday morning, giving up your time to talk some football. And we'll see you next week on the rant. Thank you, everybody, and have a good one.
Have a good day.
Y'all later.
Enjoy your Sundays, guys.